talking about wars, I find it all quite intriguing that how a society could gather, or shall I say rulers of society could gather so much support amongst their people to go off to war, you know. Same like the Second World War. Is like, how could all those Japanese people follow a logic of a ruler that says let's join my gang and we should go off and conquer the world? And how could the German leaders decide, oh, let's join our gang and we should go off and burn all these thousands of people and conquer the world, you know, so we can make this world a much better place. You know, it's a bit puzzling to me to think that such a vast amount of people could follow someone's recommendation that they could create a much better society or control such a vast amount of people by going to war and taking over all these countries, as if that the human race is so helpless that once they conquered they will sit still and like animals accept these rulers to rule upon them and obey them forever, you know. I just can't see basically the logic in that sort of mentality, you know. And if you look at the people that are involved in this, in the Second World War, you know, today these nations are doing extremely well amongst us, but yet once upon a time they all seem to have developed this mentality in creating this gang to go off to war to conquer the world, you know, in various ways, and torture, and it's just a bit mind-boggling to me that how could such a vast amount of population send their children out to die on both sides, for to think that one side thinking that they could change the world and making it a better place because of the mentality or political gains they could have achieved by getting rid of this vast amount of population and taking it over for a period of time. Because I can't see how is it possible for any nation to conquer the world and retain it as their own for a period, you know, for how long? How long would, say for example, if Germany or Japan won the war, could they retain their power, you know, to be able to keep control of such a vast amount of people over the world without collapsing over a period of time, you know? And think of all the lives that were lost, you know, like, would it be better when we're, you know, just to surrender straight away and say, like, you're right, you think you can do a better job, carry on, mate. You know, we don't want to lose our aunties and uncles and dads, because of your idea of this gang is going to be the best gang in the world to take over and run things. I don't think the gang we've got at present are doing much better anyway, because the thing is, it's like, could it be any worse? You know, I think these countries that thought they could run the world better or run their own countries better seem to still be doing a good job today. Countries like ours that's supposed to have won the war, you know, we're off to war again. The national health is collapsing. You know, you've got to wait 6 to 8 hours to get into casualty. And is that what we fought the war for? Is this, you know, is this what, you know, we fought to achieve? To wait 6 to 8 hours before we can get treatment? You know, and still depend on a legal system that is pathetic. You know, have we gained that much from letting our uncles and aunties die and our fathers die in this war? You know, I've lost a few uncles in the Second World War, and I feel like I would sooner have them here with me today, you know, rather than for them to give their life up. For what? You know, for to get rid of a bunch of people that thought they could run the world better than our lot, you know. But I think let them do it, let them get on with it. You know, I don't think we can be in any worse situation. How long do they think they could dictate the way we run our lives for? Because when you think, for a small countries like they were, to be able to control a massive amount of population, I can't see the logic in them achieving it. But yet in return, you know, we lose all the people we love to get what we have today. You know, America is supposed to be doing extremely well, but when I communicate and see some of the people on the internet, American people, they look poor. They don't look like, you know, that they're rolling in money and having such a fantastic life. You know, even though it looks as if their legal system is much superior than us, and their medical technology is far in advance for us than us here in the UK. But I'm sure, you know, this is only for the chosen few, and I believe it's the chosen few that wants the war. Politically, and I think financially, they gain from wars. The working people don't gain nothing, because I feel like 10 years down the line after the war, they end up in the same situation that they would have been if they'd just sat down and refused to fight the war. Probably it's all political, you know. It's people wanting to run their gang in their countries the way they want to run it, and our lot feel like they're not getting involved with us enough to make us shall I say, our rulers financially gain from not participating with us. But you can't say that with the Second World War. But I feel probably at the current situation that's going on, the Second World War was probably involved dictatorships, basically strong dictators that felt that they could change the whole way, the whole mentality of the human race, thinking that they could wipe out vast amount of people and think they can go on after that and living happily ever after and ruling a society. I doubt it very much somehow. I just feel that I think wars are very political. They're very power motivated, and basically I feel from the uncles that I've lost, and a lot of people from the families they have lost, I don't think there was a lot of gain to be achieved from something like that. I think for working people, I think they should just let them get on with the war. Tell the people in power that if they want to save their money and their power, they just have to send their own children out to war to fight to retain what they got. As far as working people, we should say to them, like, get on with it, you know, like the Hitlers of this world and the other rulers that we had were involved in the Second World War, to get on with it, see how well they would have done out of it. And I don't think personally that we have gained that much from it, from, you know, saying that we have a much superior society than the people that we went to war with to prevent them from ruling the world. I think the countries that were involved in the Second World War is doing extremely well. You know, I'm not sure about their legal system. I would love to know how well their legal system is for their people, how well their health service is for their people. Does these two countries that are involved in the Second World War, do they have to wait 6 to 8 hours to get treatment, you know, because if they are getting like they had to wait 1 hour for treatment, I think they should be ruling the world anyway. And for the working people, I don't think they gain that much out of the war. I think wars are just for rich people to keep their money in the bank, basically. But I just can't see the logic in the loss of life, you know, from wars. And I can't really understand how the human race could develop a mentality to send their children out to fight for something that there isn't a lot of gain to achieve from it. Well, I suppose that's my pennyworth.